Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, continuing our tour of some of our favorites today at Shenanigan Sports Pub, Bar and Grill, Dania Beach. It's my local watering hole. It's my place to come watch all the sporting activity, 1300 South Federal Highway, Dania Beach, and we're joined, as usual, by one Patrick Utter.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
And boy, it's hot as blazes out there, Pat. And I don't know.
This is the coolest place in town.
Well, it is.
This is the coolest.
But words I never thought I'd say is I might rather be in Edmonton. It's 54 degrees.
I have to tell you right up front,
Alberta.
I'm heading
Canada.
to Canadian country Saturday for my little vacation.
Yeah,
That's where
you
I
have
go.
a nice little summer retreat.
My wife does. It's her my mother-in-law's place.
Late mother-in-law.
And it is very,
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
she passed away a
Yeah.
year ago. God rest her soul. But, yeah, we're heading up there, and we're going to just – and people say,
That's
what
a
are you
little
going to do?
Quebec
What are you going to do?
retreat,
Not
right.
much, yeah. Just cold weather.
So you probably know the words to "Oh Canada," the Canadian national
I do,
anthem.
and I know the words to the Star Spangled Banner, but I don't really sing them unless I'm at a sporting event, and I kind of mouth them.
Yeah, people ask me not to sing, but I do love
I know
any
some church things too.
If I say any church things,
Yeah.
the roof falls in on me in
boy.
the church.
Oh
but,
boy!
Oh boy. Hey, no, I'm excited. Well, I'm excited about many things. You notice Patrick Utter, and welcome to Mike Lubie Lubitz
Thank
as
you,
well.
sir.
Fine
Hello.
job as always getting us
What
set
do you?
up in here.
Oh, you breaking
Look,
out the
Well,
Dolphins?
I was going to
Oh.
try to start off
Can
by
we
saying
stay with a winner?
everybody.
Can we stay with hockey? Can we not get? Listen. I love you to death, but I am not emotionally prepared to go through any more dysfunction, political or the Dolphin or Marlin organization.
I was going to take a roundabout route to getting to the Panthers and saying everybody in town is excited because
let's
today is the start of the mandatory veteran mini camp, right?
Yeah, I'm not
4
excited.
through
I'm not
6.
excited.
All
I'm
right,
not
then,
excited.
then in that case,
I'd like you to
throw the
that.
hat
That
right
is
across
just
the table.
Darius Rucker said it properly. When the Dolphins, they make me cry. I don't want to even get on that.
So you don't
team
give a
yet.
crap about the whole Tua
No,
contract. I hear Tyreek Hill was griping today. So there are a lot of unhappy campers.
Yeah, you make
in the
$30 million. I don't know if you can spread it out among 10 kids. I got 5.
10 kids.
10 kids.
5 paternity suits.
Yeah, exactly.
And one burning house. Or
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if
Exactly.
he had insurance on
We
that
all
whole
have
thing.
our cross to bear, but I'm not prepared to
All right.
go to
Then-
more dysfunction.
then
Let's
forget
talk
the
about a
dysfunction.
West Point graduate that crafted a team here.
Talking about Vinny Viola.
Yeah, Vinny Viola. And he's a big horse guy. And I got to tell
Belmont
you.
Stakes at Saratoga.
Belmont Stakes
Saturday.
at Saratoga.
Full field of 10. It's a good
Nice,
contest.
good.
Nice
Uh,
race.
I was
nice
looking
race.
At some of the card.
Yeah,
Because they're having this mini racing festival Thursday through Saturday or
Right.
Sunday. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if they're running Sunday up there, but the mini meet at Saratoga because Belmont is under renovations and
Right.
going to be odd. 1.25 miles instead of 1.5 miles for the traditional distance of the Belmont. We've got the Kentucky Derby
Is that
winner.
legal? Can you do that?
You can do whatever you want.
I guess what?
And
Yeah,
but
just
but
changes the
apparently they
record.
can't change the schedule
Yeah,
that would
but-
allow horses more time to breathe and make common sense and do Kentucky Derby first Saturday in May, do the Preakness on Memorial Day weekend, and do the Belmont Stakes on July 4th weekend, and give these young animals time to kind of rest and recover because it's become.
Well, now you
too
got
grueling.
guys just choosing their shots, right?
Yeah.
You don't have anybody unless it's a really spectacular horse going to do all 3 anyway.
But it is a good race because we've got the Kentucky Derby winner, Mystic Dan, is going. We've got the Preakness winner, Seize the Gray, is going.
Nice.
We've got a couple of
He
fresh
looked-
shooters.
yeah.
This Dornock. is
Sierra Leone
coming
isn't,
back.
right? And
Sierra Leone is in. We've
It
got
is. Sierra Leone isn't.
Mike Ripoli with Todd Pletcher has a fresh shooter in there, the number 10 horse, whose name escapes me. So that's going to be fun. And then also, what a day. Saturday, Belmont Stakes, Saratoga, full card of big stakes racing. And then Saturday night, the
Hockey.
series opener,
Hockey, baby.
What's it feel like for you guys? I just have to ask any fans that are out there to finally have somebody that not only crafted. I got to share a quick story about Vinny. He saw myself and my wife. We were at the racetrack one day.
Okay.
And I was sitting with a friend of mine. His name's Jerry Falconer. He's a lifeguard down Miami Beach. Anyway, Jerry told me this story. He saw us and he started just a conversation when the Panthers, and we were like, ooh, the Panthers aren't doing too good. He goes, I'm going to turn that around.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to leave you some tickets and be our guests.
We don't get that offer anymore.
No. But what? No. Well, that was a while ago. But the point I'm making is when all the other organizations are price gouging, Dolphins and everybody else is, and not putting. This guy's putting out a product. I don't know if you've attended any of the games this year.
I did.
It's
I went to a
exciting.
couple.
It's fun.
It's fun. They've got a team.
Upbeat. It's a team.
They're a really good team.
They're
They're
that's
really
easy to root for and fun
How about
to
the
watch.
coach? How about the coach?
The coach is a great one.
is
They have a GM who knows what he's doing. Which
Thank
is
you.
And
rare
that's
for
where
our
it began.
sports
Vinny
teams down here.
Viola, obviously every owner sets the tone and the stage. But
Are you
he
saying
was,
something about Steve Ross being a bungler?
I thought he
didn't
was
say
staying with winners.
Yeah, he's a winner.
Let's
Chris
focus.
Greer. Yeah.
Let's
that's
not mention those other
Lamar
names,
Jackson,
those other teams.
Yeah.
But the Panthers, as soon as he hired Bill Zito, and
Yeah.
every move makes the bold move and gets rid of Huberto and brings in Kachuk,
Oh,
and
man.
the whole personality
Just
of the team
everything.
changes. Bobrovsky came roaring back to life in the playoffs last year, and this is a fun team, and they are favored. Here's the odd part, and I know you're a gambler like me. I was
Yeah.
looking on my the
App.
Hard Rock gambling app this morning.
Yeah.
I was thrilled to discover I have $5 in there, so I immediately gambled that $5. Here's the weird part, okay? And I
50 to
haven't
1 horse.
I haven't crunched the whole math yet, but there seems to be a little anomaly here because the Panthers are minus 140 favorites to win the series and raise Lord Stanley Cup for the first time, right?
They are going.
So that means, like,
I will it.
let's say you would have to put up $280 to win 200. So, like, to win $480, you'd have to risk 280. But then they have all these prop bets of how many games the series is going to go and which team wins in 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Well, that's how they get you.
And but you
That's
can
how they
actually
get you.
spread it
You
out.
you figured it out though.
Yeah,
You
there was
said
a
some-
math spread
you
where
said
it
it
was
weird.
better to take your 280
Yeah.
and divvy it up because
You
Panther
just said it
sweep
right there.
Panther sweep is plus 1,100.
You just said
So
it
you only
right.
have to lay off $50 to get 1,100 back, and
Yeah.
you're going to get back 1,100 on 50. I can't even do the full math, but it's like $550.
Mhm.
And then there's also Panthers in 5 and 6 are like at 550 plus 550 plus 500. I'm going way off on the math here. Anyway, I took that last $5 that I had in the account and
You might be pretty good at
I
this.
put $5 on Panthers in 6, which seems to be the consensus of everybody in the world that we've spoken to. Dave
Okay.
Hyde, Jeff DeForest, Mike Lubitz, Reno Cerbone, big hockey
So
fan.
I'm going for the sweep. Sorry.
You get your 1,100.
I'm going
Why
for-
not?
I'm firing.
I put my $5 at
Firing.
5-1 on the Panthers in 6, and I get back 30 on the 5, which seems like a pretty satisfying and good value bet, right?
I found $40 in the parking lot yesterday, so I'm not really.
That was mine, by the way. I was here last week. I got pretty drunk watching the
Sorry,
Panthers.
these numbers don't equate to any excitement for me.
All right. 11
I-
plus 1,100 is.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking. See, I got him fired up.
Yes.
Got his Irish fired up.
And the weird part is that Edmonton was not as big of an underdog on the local home team app as I figured. I thought maybe I'll throw a shekel on Edmonton if they were getting plus
They play
240
tough
for
at
the
home.
series. But no, not just for game one. I'm talking about the series overall.
Oh.
They're only plus 110 for the series. You got to put 100 up to get 110 back,
Yeah,
to get 210 back on the Oilers to win the series. That seemed weird to me, especially on an app that is only Florida
I'm going to
residents.
tell you how much I like this organization. Did you ever like when Anthony had meatballs and martinis on
Yeah,
Thursday?
Thursday night.
I-
That was
I-
also
I
known
thought-
as girlfriend's night.
Yeah, I thought that was I thought that was my idea. When it's so brilliant, you think it's your idea.
I'll give you
So
credit.
when they crafted this team with the doing this with the organization like we have, I said to myself, did I put this team together? I mean, it's just so good. This is the first time I've ever said to myself, I really, really like our South Florida team going into anything in a long, long time. I mean, we had the Heat that really
no.
they
The
tried,
LeBron Heat was
that
always
was a long,
favored.
Yeah, they were always in there, and they won 2 of 4.
2
But
out of
this is, I think
appeared
we're
in
going to
3,
knock it
yeah.
out this time. I really feel good.
It seems like the stars are aligned. Here's an interesting question because I was visiting a college buddy over in Naples this weekend. He came down from Boston, and he was asking, "Who's the Panthers' best player?" Like, and
Spread
it
out,
stumped
right?
me. It's so spread out. Like, who do you say
Spread
right
out,
now
yeah.
is their MVP? Is it
Got to
Bobrovsky?
always be the golden
Is it Kachuk?
goalie.
Is
Got always be.
it's even
'cause the problem is-
Forsling. Forsling has been playing out of his mind, a key defender.
On the people on the lines, they've actually spread out the success. Barkov has been really good. Kachuk's obviously been good. Then you have guys like Forsling and Montour. They're really well. And even the Lundell kid
and
is played,
the guy
played really
Reinhardt
well.
who's scoring all the goals
Reinhardt's
all year has
great.
come through. with
This is
Verhage
my
has been
point.
fantastic.
You got
like,
6 guys, right?
they have like 8 to 10 guys actually.
But
Like,
6
they're
stellar
freaking
guys.
loaded. They're loaded. But Bobrovsky has been consistent. I give him a lot of crap because you're comparing him to some of these guys that that are in their prime, that are younger. I forgot he's 35, so he's older. But he's averaging less than 2 goals a game. Like,
he shut out
that's
the
amazing.
the Rangers in game 1 at the Garden, and then he only allowed 1 goal in that pivotal game 6 that closed it out. So he's doing his job. Everybody's doing their job.
They had to
fear,
beat the drum. They had to beat the drum at the Panther game because the Ranger fans were so loud there.
Yeah.
There's so many
But
Ranger fans there.
That's okay. That doesn't phase this team. They're tough and they don't get flustered. Here's what scares me. Besides, the long flight to Edmonton, and then once you're in Edmonton, actually you can focus only on hockey because there's nothing else going on there. I think they have Russian gulags are actually built in Edmonton. Have you ever been to that city? Or
No.
And I've been studying my Canadian geography. I'm just totally enamored with
Help me.
the Canadian provinces. Going from west to east, you have British Columbia, where Vancouver is, which is a beautiful city.
That's beautiful.
Then you have Alberta, where you have 2 NHL. You got Edmonton and you got Calgary. Calgary is where there's like cowboys and oils. I don't know what they have. They might have whale blubber. It's so far north in Edmonton. The temperature, like I said today, 54 degrees.
Nice.
But what scares me about that team is the player. They have the young emerging superstars.
Yes, they have the best player in hockey.
The age-old question is, when you have a superstar, can he carry a team to, I guess, past glory again? And is he the second coming of Gretzky? And will the Panthers once again choke in a Stanley Cup final? So you're positive.
Yeah, I just felt depressed for a minute.
You hang around me long enough.
No.
Pat Utter.
So this means you're thinking of the underdog bet, the way you're talking about.
I go back and forth. I'm rooting for Panthers all the way, even though I've had my disagreements, not with Vinny Viola, but with Doug Sifu. Do you know Doug?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Well,
was your problem there?
when I was the news columnist at the Sun Sentinel, I took issue with the poor people and the tourists and taxpayers of Broward County being asked to pay for like a new scoreboard for the Panthers organization. And I, managed to point out the disparity in the profit sharing and revenue from the arena that
That's what I love about
that
you.
the
You're
county built.
He doesn't like.
So you're barred.
And what was billed
You're
as
barred. You're barred.
what was
Oh, yeah.
billed as a public
You're
private.
on that no fly, no
Yeah.
ski. You're on that no.
I'm on the no
skate list.
freebie list.
No freebie list.
100%. Yeah.
But at that time when I was writing, and they were asking for another $8 million after getting the arena built for them, and after getting 98.6% of the profits and from the building went to the team, and less than 2% went to the county, and it was billed as one of these great public-private partnerships, win-win for everybody.
Yeah, well,
And I had the temerity to point that out, Pat, in a column. And then I got into
That's
it.
a new word for me, by the way. I'm going to look that one up.
I got the best
what
words.
was that word? Temerity.
is it ball? It's not exactly
Balls,
Is it? It's chutzpah because balls means
Okay.
confidence,
Okay.
but there's also a tinge of negativity
I'd like
with
to say-
temerity.
That one is being locked in my
It's more
phone.
chutzpah. It's
You-
like, wow, you have a lot of
Temerity.
chutzpah there, superstar.
I
Like,
want that word.
You
Yeah,
got
You
it.
just
It's
hit me
yours.
There's a
with
li- there's like
something
a
I want.
twinge of
You could
negative.
Jeez, I've been around a
to
long
the
time.
balls
That's
you have.
going into my.
So
Go-to
then
word.
after I wrote that, and I also had the temerity to question their
finances and the accounting and their belly aching about how much money they were losing and
Is
why
this
they
prior
needed.
to the war memorial?
Yeah, this was prior to that. This was back in 2000, right after they took over. I'm going to say what, 2014,
There's a
15?
10,
Do
yeah,
you
it's definitely-
remember? But do you remember the outgoing owners? How inept
Alan
they were?
Cohen.
Oh my God!
There's been a lot of ineptitude around that
yeah.
team.
So
I'm glad they've turned it around.
Well, look,
but
and that's
Doug,
the thing is,
Doug Seafood then got into a Twitter war with me, which
Oh.
I took personally because he made it personal. He was like, basically, his viewpoint, Pat,
his
was
temerity.
was that I've never run a business or had a payroll to meet, so therefore I'm not entitled
That's
to an
not fair.
opinion.
That's not fair.
I mean,
I
you
was a
can
journalist.
judge.
I don't like
it's your
that.
job to
I don't like
judge
that.
things.
When
I don't
you
like
shoot,
that
I don't
either.
like that.
I went after him, and now I do have my own
I-
business, and
I
I
don't
do
like
have
that.
people that
No,
I
you
have to
address
pay
the
every
issues.
month.
Yes.
You address the issue.
And my opinion is still the same. I don't think we should be bailing out or chipping
I've
in for billionaires who have lots of money
Well,
to buy their
especially
own fancy
They
toys.
were already, they had a score of a deal. That's the lady doth protest too much. That's called being defensive, and that's what Seafood was doing. But look, the reality is, for what the Panthers were for so long,
Yeah, that's it.
what they've done is impressive. And
That's the
Right.
key.
he was
That's
actually on
right.
Pat
Yeah.
McAfee just
Uh-huh.
had Zito. We were at an event a couple weeks
Yep.
ago. Zito
Yep.
was at the event. So I actually appreciate Bill Zito himself putting himself in the middle of this community.
Mhm.
He's been out and about a lot.
Mhm.
And he's done what we've seen the Heat do, where he drafts well, he makes trades and they hit. He is willing to make earth-shattering moves that get rid of tentpole players of a franchise and go and rock the boat to the point where it changes everything in the franchise, which we hadn't seen. Look, the Marlins don't do that, the Panthers don't do that, the Dolphins don't do that. The Heat are the one franchise that do that in town. The Heat win, and the Panthers, I don't know if they're talking to the Heat, but what
There
what
is Bill
Zito's
Zito.
done is
the culture has
fantastic.
changed. Yeah.
What Zito has done is fantastic, and look to the point where, like, Mayo was joking this morning when Dave and I were doing our show, they're going to lose in 5. They may lose a series, but that's not the feeling you get. This is a very different team.
No, they're built to last.
They're
I'm-
built
I'm
to
trying
win
to tell
now
you
and
this.
in the future.
I get the feeling that actually they're my team now. I don't know how to tell you that.
I get the
I,
feeling.
Well,
I,
they're a
I like
Broward
the
team too,
patriotic
and we're Broward
tie-in.
guys,
Listen, I
and-
understand.
Let me ask you this, because I've been in
Yeah.
here for a couple of games,
Yeah.
and I was very impressed. Where around town, you don't get that bandwagon feeling like you did in
96.
'96, where
Uh-uh.
people was flying, everybody was flying their Panther flags
Yeah.
out of their car windows. I'm not seeing that now. But when I did come here the other night, the place was packed by the second period.
Yeah.
I watched with who was I here with? Val. We were drinking. Oh no, my friend Scott. Yeah, I've been in here a couple of times in the past couple of weeks, and impressive to see the the locals coming out to a great local sports bar to support the local team.
Is it polite to say, in a nice manner? I don't know how to craft this possible.
Go ahead.
The salary structure in hockey compared to, say, basketball, baseball, and football is nowhere near for the performers and the athletes, right?
They're merely rich, not ungodly rich.
Exactly. They're rich.
They're
Okay.
making $8 million a year, not
right. Exactly.
not-
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's actually
50 million.
standardized
In-
a lot. Yeah.
And nobody that ever watches a hockey game, especially live, will question the amount of physical abuse in you see there's no breaks, you ever see those guys, how winded, how
Oh, yeah,
exhausted
They do
they
their
are?
shifts, and
Yeah.
they are tough as nails.
Yeah.
I love watching hockey. I love the thrill and excitement of playoff hockey. Having 3 straight overtime games was great. I love everything about it.
I
And
do too.
I am saying go Panthers because I love this team.
Yeah.
And you notice my shirt,
Yep.
which you couldn't see when I was wearing it at home every day, but I've got
I
the
do like it.
Val
Thank
got
you.
this for
around.
me.
Thank you.
This is born out of the Boston series when
Yep.
he just beat the hell out of
Pasternak.
yeah,
He
and
put
it
him into the
was
ground.
and because people were goading Kachuk, and they did drop the gloves in the Boston series, they showed their toughness
Black
along
and
with their
gold.
skills, and so this
There
shirt
he is.
became the sensation. Is now being sold online. It's Kachuk around and find out. So if you're gonna mess around with Kachuk,
One of
You
my
gotta find
favorite
out.
songs back to the 90s was Jump Around.
jump around.
And
Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Cypress.
Yeah.
The House of Pain.
No, it's House of Pain. It's House of Pain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Insane in the
Insane in the
Membrane
Membrane
is
is-
yes. I always get those.
We do want to say hello to a friend who, another guy high in the restaurant world,
Who's
hospitality
on there?
world. Joe Beja's watching.
Joe
He's chiming
Beja.
in.
Big
My
hockey
man.
fan. Sorry
man.
about the Vegas Golden Knights. There will be no title defense, but Joe B cannot wait to get out to Gulfstream this Friday for the Belmont preview show, and of course, Taste of the Track on Saturday, which I'm going to be there. I think the entire Lubitz family might.
I will be there, and my parents, I think, might be there. Joe Beja allows.
Can't wait to see the new, besides the hot dogs from the Dirty Dog stand, but the clean water, but we call it Dirty Dogs in New York. But of course, he's going to have a shawarma display.
No,
also.
I forgot about the shawarma. I said everything else.
It's going to be good.
You know what I watched that was interesting, if I can interrupt?
Of course.
I'm watching that people are taking barbecue and they're introducing all sorts of different flavors to barbecue. I'm kind of a stalwart, bare bones type Southern pride barbecue guy. And it came up the seasoning on a shawarma. All the different.
They have the middleman,
the turmeric, all the different flavors. And I'll tell you the truth, and I don't mean this to be rude. I don't even really know what shawarma is, other than it's chickpeas and
no. You're thinking falafel.
Shawarma's a meat.
Is like the
that
roasted.
Meat? Oh, okay.
The roasted lamb and chicken. And a lot of the kosher,
it's turkey. A lot of the time,
a lot of the kosher places on Sterling Road here, they have shawarma, but it's all made from lamb and chicken. Obviously, some places do it with pork, but it's the roasted meat on that twirling spit.
Proving once again, if you give me a cardboard on there and you season it and do it right, I would probably eat it.
You throw some nice,
but that shawarma
seasoning and juices.
It's interesting. I wanted to do a little tie-in with that, with barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I got to give you praise. We have the food in front of us. We've already demolished. We've got the grilled
wings are
lemon
fantastic.
pepper wings.
I have black and grilled coming too.
House of the
I
best
love the
wings
the
here.
grilled.
I went light. I need to have some fish in my
nice fresh
in
mahi.
My, fresh mahi, because friends don't let friends.
Oh,
eat
and you went back.
fish.
You went with that blackjack again.
Yeah.
And I went heavy and
Got the
said screw mayo and had a red meat and mac and cheese.
Now I'm a little surprised because last week when I came in for one of the games, one of your specials last week was a Panthers burger that had, I believe it was provolone cheese with grilled peppers and onions. It looked fantastic, and I'm surprised and a little dismayed to see that it's not on the menu this week. It's going to be back next week.
I want to do a soft revolutionary thing.
You put pineapple on a burger.
Yeah, I did. I'll put pineapple on anything, actually, to be honest.
have
Even
a
pizza, I
Hawaiian
don't care
burger
about any of that.
this week.
I
Yeah.
don't care
I'm a
about any of that.
non-conventional. I'm a working class neighborhood. When a person
So what the
tells me,
freak are you doing?
okay, here's
pineapple.
you
on
want.
a
Let's
burger?
get right to it.
Okay.
Whenever
Put spam on it too.
whenever
I
anybody,
like spam.
whenever anybody comes up and says we're going to have a contest, we're going to have a 954, the
Right.
best burger. We're
Yeah,
going to have
yeah,
this.
yeah.
We're going to have that.
Yeah.
I walk in the room. Look at this. Look around here, and I see this place, and I'm like, well, I got to be winning something because I'm winning at the cash register.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So I go the complete opposite way. That's
right.
why I
You
did
don't
what
have
I
to
did.
pay attention to
Yeah,
all the
I just don't pay
contests.
attention to that. No. And I didn't really particularly agree with my guys with the pineapple, but they went out of their way to show me.
Okay. Did you taste it? Maybe
I
you should
did.
throw one out
did.
here.
What I
take
will
a
say
bite.
is-
I said the
Okay.
fact that they caramelized and really grilled the crap out of the
Oh,
pineapple
that's interesting.
sort of melted it into the thing.
Because
Gave
what
it a-
I was gonna say when I first saw it, I made a face. I've been around him a long time,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "What's interesting is when you get the
it was my
Los
Spanish.
Perros, like
Yeah.
a Colombian
That's
a Colombian
That's right. There you
hot
are.
dog or
The hot
burger,
dog. You hit
they
it.
put the pineapple
The
sauce,
Well,
and
that's
it's
who did it.
fantastic.
That's the Spanish guy did it. That's where I'm coming from.
So I was like, it may be really good.
That's
actually.
what he did. That's exactly
If
it.
one
It wasn't
happens
just.
to hit the table before the end of the show, I can take a bite and give a professional opinion on it.
All right.
But all I'm saying is, and I was mentioning to Kennedy, one of your great managers here,
He's the
that
manager, yeah.
I would think that when the Stanley Cup final begins on Saturday night for the next week or 10 days, bring that Panthers
You have it
burger
every day.
back,
You
because
have it every day.
I definitely, I'd like to support
You liked
the
it, or you
I
wanted
didn't
to try it?
I was going to order it, but I'd already.
Oh, I'm not
just
bringing it back. Then I'm aggravating you. Now. That's it.
What if about you take special requests? Like if
Yeah, we'll do it for you.
you'll do it for anybody because you guys are in the business of helping.
Hospitality industry.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
hospitality.
Isn't it interesting though that the more hospitality industry places are closing?
Oh,
You
look-
see this guy here? You know
Tony
who that is?
Papa?
You know who that is?
That was Tony Segreto for some reason. That
Well,
had nothing to do
did
with
he
it.
want to come on?
No,
we could always say hi to
I think he
Tony.
was testing something. He's going to be with us tomorrow.
Oh,
morning.
okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt. When I see the great legendary visage
That's
of
what I was saying.
Tony Segreto, I always want to have him join the show.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, we had Bill Zito on the Pat McAfee show. Pat McAfee is wearing his customary wife beater. And Bill Zito, I did not realize I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I wouldn't know him until I just saw him on the big screen in front of us here. He seemed to have borrowed Mike McDaniel's glasses. He seems
Is
like
Mike
a little
McDaniel's going to make another year?
Yeah,
I mean, I'll finish
come
this
on.
year.
they'll
see-
give him the full year.
We'll see what happens.
We're talking winners only today.
Did you see that Hard Knocks debacle? Did you see the way he runs his locker room?
I enjoyed it.
I
curses a lot.
did too. If I was a player, I wish I played for that Rudy Tooty team. That was the worst.
Lubie likes the cursing, and I
used to like him until I watched the way he runs that.
if they had won that Texans game and then ended up having Titans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They
Titans
all look
game.
alike to me.
They
Those
fell apart.
Tennessee Titans. Didn't the Texans used to be the Titans used to be Houston Oilers.
If Chubb hadn't thrown his helmet and this guy hadn't done that.
If they get that home field advantage for the first playoff, we might be talking a different story and we'd all be singing his praises. Instead, they blow that game and everything. And because they happen to
not
be doing
since 1976.
HBO
50 years
Hard
approximately.
Knocks, the curse.
50 years approximately have they gave up 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes.
You're sending me this again. Did
I
something
know.
happen?
It's. I was going to tell you during the break. It's up there. It's there, but it looks weird. It looks like a
weird.
link
I tell
instead
you
of
what,
the video for some
That's
reason.
our cue to take our first break
Break
on the
time.
Lunchbox. And we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after these words.
You know who you don't need to talk?
Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce,
and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're with Pat Utter, sports fan extraordinaire. Some sad news. Larry Allen, a longtime
Dallas Cowboy, great.
Dallas Cowboy offensive lineman, great, has passed away at a young age. Again, reminders about the rigors and dangers of football. Let's talk a little bit about. Well, I didn't finish my thought about barbecue because my daughter was in here a couple of weeks ago with some visiting family for her graduation.
This place up. You got to be proud of that girl. You have to.
She
be
was
proud
raving about
I just
the ribs,
loved her because she was so sweet. Now I'm really entrenched. What was she raving about?
She was. She had the baby back ribs.
Oh, good.
With her cousin. They came in here.
Well,
during her graduation week, and she was saying they have really good barbecue at Shenanigans. I said they have really good everything at Shenanigans.
Oh,
that's
thank
right. You guys,
Duroc pork.
you're like we use
a Duroc product. We use a real good product.
Yeah,
of pork.
Nice. I had some barbecue. I love your barbecue chicken, and the brisket
3.5
sandwiches. And you're like a 5-tool player here because you've got good barbecue. You've got great burgers and fish sandwiches and all your other steak sandwiches. You got great wings. It's like an encyclopedic menu. And I think one of the problems is when you're good at everything, then people don't really associate you with one particular thing. Yeah. And then it maybe gets lost, like when the Sun Sentinel is
like
doing
when you go to a little corner place and they got they're making a big deal they run out of brisket or they do this.
Or you go to a little corner place and all they have is,
will Cheesecake Factory ever be nominated for anything?
No, but they do.
No. I mean,
but they don't do anything as well as you guys.
But they do good things.
They do good things. They're very popular. Again, they pay attention to the register and not necessarily
you can't get in
rewards
there.
And
do they ever hand you a number, a vibrating, or have a wait online when you go to a lot of these places that get heralded by other places? I mean, so when you spread the infield, okay, you say to yourself, all right, what combination do you want to be? I want to categorize myself. So I'm a sports pub.
Yes.
Okay. What goes along with that? Good drinks, but more importantly, good food that complements, like a gastropub. So that's all. I think that my two sleepers are my pizza.
Your pizza's
and my barbecue.
Yep.
And my barbecue.
Yep.
Would I compete on a scale with a guy that, whatever he's in the back and he's whatever little nuances he's bringing to his product, but he has 7 items? No. But that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm different. I have a big menu and it takes a lot to do this menu.
It does. I mean,
takes a
it's
lot.
impressive between the inventory and then the different, obviously,
and the labor and
different
the
labor.
people.
2 different kitchens. You got the smoker.
Most
barbecue
people
side.
tell you wouldn't make it. 16 years ago, they said this is unheard of that you're going to run 2 different kitchens.
Yeah.
But I got to be candid with you, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings when I got to say this. Barbecue's easy.
Ooh, those are fighting words for a lot of people out there for the low and slow smokers.
I could go get myself some cool glasses, and I could tattoo my arm and put on suspenders, and I could sit out there sweating.
I mean, there's the low and slow guys who do it outdoors.
Yeah. Now that's not
easy
in this weather here. No.
Oh, he's got your steak sandwich.
But in the realm of what you got to do, I mean, you either do it or you don't with barbecue.
Right.
Okay, that's it. I mean, you either have to have
all ingredients and technique.
Exactly, and it starts mainly with the product you use and how you handle it. And I'm not saying that, this guy's going to say, "Oh, we waited in line." Whatever happened to Smash? What's the place from New York that came down here? That was at the Aventura Mall that everybody was just falling all over themselves. What's the name of that hamburger chain? with the old-fashioned
Shake
crinkle-
Shack?
Shake Shack. All right, how come we don't talk about Shake Shack anymore? Huh? How come
They're
we
still
don't
out
talk
there.
about? How come we don't talk about the chicken sandwich at Popeyes
I like
anymore?
that. He's talking
Where's
smack.
that? Where's
Yeah.
that chicken sandwich? How come people aren't backed up in
I
line?
love it.
Right? Why when they
Well, Shake
release a
Shack has
burp?
become part of kind of
Well, it's
just
just there
fits in
now,
with the
yeah,
place.
yeah,
It's just there. It doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
hyped when it
No,
opens.
it was
in a new
never good
place.
in the first place.
Oh my goodness
Okay?
gracious!
This was a joke. This
I
was
thought-
a joke. I used to
I
eat
thought-
that in every corner diner in New Jersey.
I thought
Okay.
they used decent quality meat.
Yeah, okay.
And it's
But-
not the smash burger. It's kind of like in between. Did you see there's a new smash burger place that's opening up down the block? in
Yeah, in that little
place,
corner place.
that corner place that never makes it with anything. But smash burgers are all the rage. Not with me. Burger Beast likes
They're
smash
good.
burgers.
It's just there's not a lot to them.
I would put Jack's old fashioned hamburger next to any one of them, and they've been doing it for a million years. They cook it on the flat top grill, and if that's your what you like. But what I'm trying to say is there was this thing where people were lined up in New York. They were standing like cattle to get the Shake Shack burger.
Well-
So of course I had to try it.
and you spit it out and said,
No,
this is,
look, what's on TV right now? Crinkle fries, right? Where are those crinkle fries?
Oh,
Sonic hamburger,
got more wings.
some Thai sauce.
The
please.
fish is delicious,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh,
and
good.
the never
is
frozen
fantastic.
mahi. That's a very healthy. I shouldn't be eating the bun. I'm supposed to be
That's
going
fine.
low carb, Pat.
Well, then you try these black and grilled.
You want to
wings.
talk NBA? You seemed all hot and heavy about
you're
this
like all
whole
into the
Dallas
finals.
Boston
Well, the
matchup.
only reason I wanted to talk NBA is you got the two best stoppers on Boston, right? They're lights out defensive players. And what happened?
Nice.
Kyrie decided to be a player and being a teammate and helping guys. And really, he they might have balanced his meds or something. He looks incredible. I love the way he's contributing. And so, who are we going to pick there? Are we going to go with the offense or defense?
I'll tell you what, I don't give a crap.
You don't? Oh,
I mean, I know a lot of people are into basketball. I guess these are the two best teams, although not many people talked about Dallas going into this
Nah.
year, right?
No. Dallas was like a 4th or 5th. Dallas actually is impressive who they've gone.
well, they
through to
didn't
get
know.
there.
They didn't know that Kyrie.
You never know with Kyrie. That's
Yeah, that was
Kyrie's
it.
been. They finished the year really good,
Yeah.
really well, and Kyrie's played well. But again, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop with him.
Yeah, Kyrie is kind of like James Harden without the vaccinations. right?
Yes, yeah, yes. Yeah, well, Kyrie actually at least will play. James Harden just like sucks at
I
times.
amuse myself. with
But
my own
Kyrie
jokes.
loses focus and says weird stuff and takes focus away from the team.
And I always get the two big guys confused. What's the guy on Dallas? What's his name? The European.
Luka?
He's Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
Doncic.
Yeah.
And then who's the guy on Denver?
That's Jokic.
Jokic and
That's a
Doncic.
joker.
Jokic and Jokic.
Jokic and
yeah.
Doncic.
I can't keep them straight anymore.
Well,
All
they're
these
both.
Eastern Europeans. They all look alike to me. So,
That's a first.
All right. I'm surrounded by
That
good
starts
food.
Thursday.
That starts
That's
Thursday.
on Thursday. 8
You know
o'clock.
where I'll be, and this gives us a chance to go into our second break. And I seem to have figured out we've got us loaded up on the group where it's showing on the group, which we always like.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to stress you out. I forgot
no,
that
you
that
always
would
stress
absorb
me
you.
out, Lubie, but that's
I
why I
wasn't
love
trying
you.
to. I just wanted you to know.
Just when I'm feeling comfortable in life, Pat Utter, this man,
But it's not on purpose. I'm just quality control.
because,
That's
you know,
sort of what I do.
neuroses, as a Brooklyn-born Jew, neuroses is my natural
Yeah,
state.
it's just there.
And
Like that Woody Allen type guy.
Yeah.
I don't see you like that at all.
Really?
He didn't gamble. He didn't come to the neighborhood
Gamble.
taverns.
he dates
Yeah, with his
teens.
life.
That's
He
about
gambled
it.
with his life.
Yeah,
He
so-
had his other
oh man,
situations. Yeah.
oh man, I'm getting in trouble today. Meanwhile,
These wings are fantastic. I love that they come out burning hot. Like that is my favorite thing. I love. My wife asked the other day. She's like,
some of them are grilled.
Hey, can I
"Can you
give you a
eat
little
food when
secret?
it's that hot?" I'm like, "Yes, I
Anybody
can."
that wants to critique wings, when you pull open a wing and you see a black bone on it, they've been frozen. It's a frozen product.
Oh, really?
So when people come and they tell me about great wings,
That's hot.
Yeah, they're
I
like
go to eat 'em.
steaming.
and I see them and I'm like, oh, look at this bone. This thing's been frozen. And I'm like, this is not fresh wings. And they're, oh, I didn't know that.
So you're a flat guy, not a drum. I mean,
No, I like both.
I go for the drums
I
when
always
I'm
go
on
for
the
the
show
drum.
because it's easier.
Easier to eat. Yeah.
And when they're this hot, it would damage me because I like to go
I
lengthwise.
think that's the fun in it.
I go lengthwise on the flat where
Oh,
you like strip
a
it
cartoon.
that
And you
way.
just pull it out of the.
Whoa.
This one I could do it. But no, what I was going to say, June 6th, the start of the NBA championship is also my friend the Sheik's 60th birthday.
Nice.
And we're going to be having a little celebration at Casa D'Angelo in Fort Lauderdale. They're on board as one of our newest sponsors, Pat. Angelo
The
Ilya.
fancy one by in that strip plaza?
Yeah, 1201 North
Ferrari,
Federal
yeah.
Highway is the flagship. It's been there over 25 years, since 1998. And now they have 2 other locations that are serving the finest in Italian cuisine. Talk about product. Oh, my God. They use the finest of ingredients, impeccable service, great hospitality. There's one in Aventura that we hope to get to next month for the show, where they have a new executive chef.
Yeah, your guy.
And
I heard he's doing very
It
well.
hasn't been announced yet.
We're still not saying the name.
Well, don't say the name until he makes a month.
That's
Well, he's
sort of
made
the
a
thing.
month. Man, and you think I'm negative.
I know he's great.
And then, of
I know.
course,
I love.
and this is a live spot.
You know,
Four of them.
I love. I love when a guy tells me, this guy's the best. He's the best fighter. He's the best. This. He's the
He
best.
makes
This.
such
He's
a
the
good
best. That.
pasta.
And I'm like, okay, well, come back and see me in 30 years. How many places has this guy best been at? Yeah, you're the best.
He
Okay.
makes a mean pasta, and all the chefs at the different. Obviously, Angelo Ilya is overseeing the whole operation, but he's got Angelo Massimova at
Yep.
the flagship, and up in Boca, he's got Ricky. He's been there a long
does a
time.
great job.
You're
Do a
you're,
great
you're
job.
selling yourself short of my favorite one of the whole thing.
What's that?
Is the one
The bakery?
yeah, well, no, not the bakery,
With
but
the pizza?
the elite, Ilya, the one that's almost
The
next
pizza
to
Supposedly
La
that's
Baba.
great. Yeah,
The
the buzzer, the
pizza and
pizza's
pasta.
And
fantastic.
Chef Giovanni is another Giovanni there. He's amazing.
Oh, there's the one on Federal Highway.
Yes,
north.
we go there all the time.
And those are the, more affordable, not as fine dining experiences.
Hey.
But we do love
Yeah, they do a great job.
when it's an occasion, when it's a big birthday,
Oh, yeah.
graduation. There's
Gotta
no
go there. Yeah.
better place in town.
Be careful. You got.
Well, I know
You
I
gotta
got
be
Runaway
careful.
before.
You better
All
be
right,
careful now.
short list. If
Sure,
you want
yeah.
It's on
a
the
full
street.
evening
You
of
almost fell
entertainment
right
and a
into
very
something.
loud and raucous atmosphere, there's some places. Runaway
Yes,
before.
yes,
And then
yes.
if you kind of want more of the
Fine
European
dining
style,
vibe, yes.
you've got Casa D'Angelo. I pulled
Yeah, and the,
myself
and the
out of that
dishes are
one.
different.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
they do different stuff from what I haven't been to Runway yet, but I've heard through all of you guys.
Look
it's,
at me. It's
it's
a
elevated.
big ocean out there. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a big
but
metropolis.
it's just different kinds
and
of
different
fine dining.
nights, different styles, and it's all lunchbox.
And the vibe's
approved.
different too, right? It's like a supper club over,
Yeah.
a
It's
classic.
a throwback to
White Glove
Runway is like
place.
Copacabana, and going to Casa D'Angelo
But
is
the
like
food's
going
delicious.
to
Yeah, they both do
uh,
a great job.
Tuscany or even Lake
Yeah, they
Como.
like
for-
authentic Italian as
it's
well. Like
so good. Go to Casa D'Angelo.
What you got to admire about him? How many locations you name?
Oh well, he's
He's
now
three, but then
down.
he has a
He's
bakery and-
always thinking and planning for the future. He sold
Mom.
his the Casa D'Angelo in Aspen, Colorado, and
Okay.
now he's got other plans for maybe the South Florida region. So we'll be talking again with Angelo and company next month.
He's
going.
amazing.
He's going to Italy for a month.
Yeah, good
Go
for
in
him.
there. Tell him the Lunchbox sent you. All right.
this is Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We are here at Shenanigan Sports Pub with restaurateur, chef in his
And
own right.
provocateur. He's being
And
very
he is
provocative today.
provocative. When I
Causing trouble.
Pat
That's my
Utter,
job.
Mr. Panthers himself. We'll talk more about the cup and maybe we'll talk a little horse racing as
Oh,
we do
that
have the
worked.
Belmont, not at Belmont, but at Saratoga this weekend. Coming up, more Mike Mayo's Lunchbox here at Shenanigan Sports Pub, Dania Beach after this.
Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me. I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices, served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. A sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Back on the Lunchbox, Pat Utter, Shenanigans. Boy, we're talking about all kinds of things. We're talking food, we're talking sports. And give a quick word for one of our newest sponsors, one of the newest hotspots in town in Hollywood, and Pat's a Hollywood guy, J&C Oyster, from chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez, who work together at Q. And they're bringing that impeccable pedigree, really good high-end seafood, not high-end, I mean, it's a casual setting, but the quality of the food, the different oyster dishes, the crab dishes. Pat, you said you've been in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'll get your microphone up. Oh, wait, I'm potchking around with him. 2035 Harrison Street. They're open for dinner Sunday. Wednesday through Sunday. Happy hour is the play for those who are a little bit budget conscious. They've got a tremendous menu of some of their
ridiculous
greatest hits from the main menu, and different, pricing is very affordable. Go in there for happy hour, great drinks, great food, great people. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, so I'm all over the place today. I did want to, I guess, express sympathy.
There
we go. The Hawaiian burger is here.
Right. Okay, how did you describe it like Columbia style?
Well, because
so there was always, and when I was at FSU, they had this, and down here they had a place called Los Perros. But there's a lot of different places where they do. Let's pull his microphone up.
We gotta
that
get
do
your microphone
Colombian style. It's hot dogs, but they also do it with burgers, and they also do it with grilled chicken sandwiches. And what they'll do is they'll put different sauces, and one of them is a pineapple sauce. So that's why I sort of understand the pineapple ring being on this
This is
burger.
strictly from Jose.
Okay.
Jose came up
So
with
it's
this.
a grilled pineapple ring with cheese, no bacon or anything, right?
Nope.
It's just straight up burger meat and pineapple. And I'm going in. I don't know what kind of cheese it is.
Some
but
sort of
looks
gooey cheese.
very
I'll tell you, that's all I
melty.
know.
Looks good. I'm going in.
I want to guess provolone.
It's provolone or mozzarella is what it feels like. Very interesting. We don't do condiments. Is that what it is? Well, you're not a big condiment guy anyway.
Ketchup?
No, when it's on, when
You gotta
you
at least
got the
try it
grilled
this way,
pineapple,
right? Yeah.
the pineapple brings it the sweetness that a ketchup would bring.
It wouldn't be something I'd order on a regular
You know
basis,
what?
but they wanted to have some fun with it. That's it.
You know what, pineapple?
Yeah. Did it work?
It doesn't suck.
That's what a restaurateur wants to hear.
That's the category I
You
want.
know
for-
what, Pat?
Yes.
This is not horrible.
Yes. Thank you, Mom.
I won't get
Thank
sick from
you,
eating
Mom.
this.
I'm seeking my worthiness.
Let me rephrase that.
I think
As
it's
our
good.
friend Tom Tanazzini
I think it's
says,
good.
Doesn't.
I'm not mad at this,
Mhm.
and it's really good because
You're the one that requested it. I was
I know.
trying to.
No. I know you were trying to steer
I actually
me away,
like this.
but I like it. Here, okay. Let me go into
So it's
critical
either
mode for a
mozzarella or
second.
Can you
provolone,
can
right?
you
First-
actually build a better burger than just a delicious 80-20
Yeah.
with a light, little kosher salt on a grill with cheddar cheese on it.
And
So, and of course, I like the pickles and
I like
lettuce
pickles.
and
And-
all the different.
no
Or
lettuce,
grilled
tomato.
onions
No,
or mushrooms.
You're on the right track. Cheddar cheeseburger,
Yeah.
medium rare,
Yeah.
with pickles
Yes.
and grilled onions,
Okay. There you go.
and a little
So
bit of
the-
ketchup.
Yeah. Now
That's my favorite burger.
that's your go-to burger. Okay.
and I get that
So
here.
how could this? This is a. These
But
are my
this is
stats.
It's
different.
nice. I actually
It's
I
good to
enjoy
be
it.
Have you
different.
not looked around where we live now?
You know, I ate
We're real close to
I
the
ate
United
raw
States.
antelope the other week up in Tallahassee. Did you know that, Pat?
He
Utter?
did.
Were
He
you
ate-
drinking
He
I
ate
did have a
antelope tartare.
martini.
carpaccio?
It was a it was
I'll have an antelope carpaccio.
no, it was actually called antelope
tartare.
tartare.
So in the same vein. It was in the same vein.
It's a place called the Huntsman, and I've been going off about how innovative this place was. I didn't necessarily love the tartare antelope, but I did love the
All I know
bison
is when I'd
ribeye
go
steak.
skiing, I'd see those beautiful things sitting on the rocks, and you were eating one. I can't do that.
I'm gnawing on the bone. They actually served it raw on the. No, it was chopped up and minced like a classic preparation. But anyway, I'm not afraid to try new things. I'm not afraid to admit I'm wrong. When it comes to grilled pineapple, you're right. The caramelization of
That's
the
where,
pineapple,
yeah, you got to cook it.
it brings out a
Yeah, it's
sweetness,
nice.
but it's not just overly sweet. It kind of mellows it out,
Yep.
and you get this gooey cheese on top of it with the burger.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the pineapple is standing in for both the onion,
Yeah.
the pickle, because there's a little acidity,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and the ketchup.
Yep.
So you're kind
He's
of
back.
getting a
The-
healthier.
The critic is back.
You can go right into
I love it. You did
You
this
can
good
eat a
job.
bite
You've got
where
a 3-4 with this caramelized grilled
Yeah, it's
onion.
nice.
I said onion.
All said and done,
pineapple.
I got the 1.5 didn't suck category. I'm gonna have to live with that the rest of my life.
You know
I'm sitting
how it
right.
doesn't
You know I'm
suck.
sitting right here.
You know how you know that I'm not lying is when I go in for that second, third, fourth bite.
Yeah, it's good.
Well,
I housed
the ground beef is delicious.
Yeah,
To be honest,
you
I
guys do a
use a
great job.
Black Angus, so it's hard to duplicate it when you go to the Winn-Dixie or the Publix unless you kick it up a notch and you get the better quality hamburger. I want to tell people that there's all different styles of everything that they make. But
No, your meat is
that's where
the burger meat is great.
Yeah.
You know me, I've been on record
Yeah, you
as
love
saying,
that.
and it's
Yeah.
not just because you're a sponsor, but I just think the burgers here for me have been
You do a
doing it
great
a lot
burger.
more than that other famous place on the Intracoastal in Hollywood. And that one made.
Now
Hey,
be
you know what?
careful
love
because
that
he has
place
3
for years.
places.
I know.
That famous place is owned by
I know. Gigi's
yeah,
Waterfront.
Yeah,
Tiki
yeah.
Tiki
So
Bar.
what? So
They
what's
have-
that tell you when you got 3 places?
That either you're doing something right or
Yeah.
the banks are still giving you
Well,
money.
he's still doing.
He's
He's a nice guy, by the
he
way.
seems
So
like a
he's-
nice
yeah.
guy. And Tiki Tiki is a lovely spot for Sunday brunch. And,
Yeah.
and I've enjoyed taking some out of town guests there. So hey, we got to take one more break, right?
We do.
This time I'm going to lead into the break by talking about our friends at Batch New
was
Southern
just
Kitchen
going
and
to
Tap,
say.
525 North Federal Highway. I don't know if it's a place that you've been to.
Incredible chicken.
The
Their
fried
chicken
chicken's
and-
fantastic.
The fried
Fantastic.
chicken and waffles are great.
The biscuits are
Their
amazing.
jambalaya is very
Jambalaya is
good.
really good. Yep.
Their biscuits,
Atmosphere is very
drop
nice.
biscuits, and Kevin has become what a mensch. He is such a good
dude,
guy.
too. He's-
He's helped out people. He is a friend to animals and children in
Who's
need.
not a friend to animals except if you're in the newspaper? You don't like animals?
He's not Mr.
You're not an
I had
animal.
a pet
He's not.
snake.
He's not
Oh,
hurting
no.
anything.
Oh, this is
I've actually adopted a neighborhood kitty that's always hanging out on my porch. I'm about to let her in the house. Mittens.
wow.
But,
See, that's
wow,
how it
good for
starts.
you.
I'm a cat person. But
I have a kitten.
Speaks volumes.
Kevin and
I
crew,
have a kitten and I have a
Kevin
pup.
and
No,
Brandon
but Kevin does. They do a great job.
at Batch.
you know, Brandon,
Trem-
he's a Hollywood guy.
I know. And
Yeah, he's a.
We
we
you know,
can't
I know
mention his
parents.
full name yet
Yeah,
because of
I
certain
think we have like another week.
restrictions.
Why? Oh, he was working
Is
for
that
the
a non-
42
yeah,
place.
yeah.
No, another place.
Oh,
but
okay.
There's certain.
Brandon is a great guy. I didn't want to.
And his
I didn't know if you
parents
had
had a
known.
long time appliance store.
Yeah, Kelly's appliance.
Um,
Well, that's his mother,
Don't out.
and then she had the hair
Don't
salon.
out.
He's
Don't
a
out.
he's a local guy.
I know he's a great
He
guy
is.
too.
He's
Yeah.
a good
And
dude.
they'll take great care
Do
of
a
you.
great job.
The weekend brunch with the bottomless drinks. They've got lunch, dinner. They've got whiskey Wednesdays where they do all kinds of educational classes with some of the high.
Now, how do you do
whiskeys.
that? You
What?
give people whiskey and then you educate their palate. while
Yeah.
they're
Yes, it's a
Now,
thing. It's like
whiskey
wine.
Yeah, really?
No,
They sit and they have like a kind of a class.
You don't
kind
think
of a
this
thing.
is
And
sort
it's
of a
drink-
gimmick?
Drink for the kids because
It's
every
all
The
a
element,
gimmick.
kids drinks too. You give them
every
you give
element.
them. Roy Roger, you
Money
craft them.
parts of it goes
You
to
craft them,
kids.
and if they're of Irish heritage, you breed your alcoholism right there. Whiskey.
for
Where
adults,
are
it's
you
not
going,
for
Dad?
kids,
I'm
it's-
going to get educated on Whiskey
For
Wednesday.
kids.
Son, what do you
So,
mean Whiskey Wednesday?
if you are
I'm in a
into
seminar
The
right now.
brown liquors.
Yeah.
You can treat any
I'm
alcohol
a
like
seminar now. I'm in a
wine.
seminar.
They do that with beer. They
Yeah,
do
that
all
I
of it.
understand, but Whiskey
They have
Wednesday.
specially house-made whiskeys, like their pecan-infused whiskey that they use for some of their cocktails, and they sell bottles of it. And on Wednesdays, when you buy a bottle, a portion of the proceeds are going to some of these great local charities. They're great people. They are Lunchbox approved. Go in there. They got free parking in the garage next to the place.
It's a great place.
And,
Well, and they are more than just the fried chicken, which we love, and the biscuits.
They have
Someone asked the other day because someone posted this great review on Let's Eat, and someone's like, "Oh, sad for me, the vegetarian." It's like, no, that's not actually the case because we've sampled pretty much everything on the menu. They do great salads.
Yep.
If you are pescatarian, they do
it's
great
like this
fish.
place, Pat. They have a wide-ranging
No,
menu,
no,
and
no,
they-
no.
and they-
I'm dwelling on it. What was the category?
Doesn't
I got
suck.
doesn't suck category.
that to
I'm
me is
saying
high
it.
praise for
Listen, I have quinoa. You want some quinoa on a
All right,
hamburger? I'll do that
I'm
for
going
you.
back to my heritage in Brooklyn with the Brooklyn Jews. If somebody's
It's
in
a
a deli,
backhanded compliment.
if
That's
somebody's in a
Jewish
deli,
thing, backhanded compliment.
if
yeah.
somebody's in a deli and they take a bite out of, let's say, a pastrami sandwich, and they go, "It's
Oh.
not terrible," that's high
That's
praise.
a compliment. Yeah.
No, but you know,
That is a
I hung around.
compliment.
One of my best friends, Jewish guy, Steve Karp. Before I would ever bite it, his mom. How does it say? We used to make a joke out of
That's
it.
like the,
Mom's coming in right there. How is it? If I had said it didn't suck, I would be knocked right off the chair.
It's like when Portnoy does his pizza reviews now. All the owners are hovering around.
Yeah.
They can't
How
give
does-
an honest
how
score.
was it?
Oh. It's tough. Hey, let's take our final break and we'll come back to wrap up this edition with some news
Nice.
on the Lunchbox after these words. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Lubie, I ate too much again. I keep saying I'm going to cut back.
I would have too, but they kept bringing out food, and I'm not going to be rude to the great.
It's my own fault. I want to try this Hawaiian burger.
I need a nap.
And you know what? Let me correct the record. Let me set the record straight, Pat.
Nah, you've already.
Not only
this
is
is the
this burger-
last, folks. This is the last time we'll ever have this show.
Not only is this burger very good,
I
I'm
enjoyed
devouring it. I would actually order
I
this
enjoyed
Hawaiian
it.
burger.
I actually really.
I'm
enjoyed it.
retraining.
Your brain.
I might even start liking Hawaiian pizzas, but I pineapple on pizza.
No,
Who
no,
knows?
that's
It's fine,
sacrilegious.
but it's
You know
not
what's fun with
needed.
that particular item that nobody knows? You bring it to a party with the kids, and you keep it away from the parents. And you just see them devour that
Yeah, the kids
silly
love
thing.
it.
Kids love it. That's for
But
kids.
doesn't
That's
that
not
tell you?
for a educated palate. You know, a guy that wants buffalo mozzarella and a little regatta and I want
Antelope
this.
tartare.
Antelope tartar.
I don't know
He eats a burger with his finger stuck out to the right, his pinky.
You know what? I hate the word foodie. Also, I don't consider myself a foodie. Reno Sorbonne from
For
Heritage.
you,
Restaurant-
listen. Well, we do. I'll tell you.
What?
You have a very educated
Oh,
palate.
Right.
You know what you can do is you can convey
I call
a
myself.
great. You can convey all this stuff not only on paper. You can put these thoughts on paper, but you can speak about it. And that's why you got this
And
show. To
I
be
don't
honest
know.
with you,
Yeah, and somehow it's
A lot of
working, and
people-
we're getting more and more sponsors on board. And I don't know if you saw last night. I went legit.
they're
I was
afraid of you. I'm
So-
sitting right next to you, and it says it doesn't suck. So what it is, it's extortion, folks.
well, the Defo always
He's
says, is it
extorting.
fear or
He's-
respect?
That's a little
I
extorting
like to
for me.
think it's
I
respect,
think
but
it's more
Pat
fear.
is on team fear.
It's more fear.
We've gone back a long ways.
Yeah.
But last night I went legit. I don't know if you caught this, but the Michelle Bernstein's Check Please South
Well, I
Florida
didn't
show.
watch it last night.
Guess who was on?
Who, you?
Me.
was.
Nice.
I presented the Catherine. I know at one point we're trying to get this place right here featured on that
Oh,
show
that'd be
because
nice. Thank you.
it definitely
This
Well,
deserves it.
first off, we got to get somebody that has a higher bar than you to recommend me. You know, we get Lubie
I'm
to
not
sit.
higher
Lubie.
than you.
Get Lubie.
I'm not
Get
higher
You
Tony
than
already
you.
did
Segreto.
the Catherine.
They'll have
I
Tony
have to
Segreto
go
on
to
it.
the Catherine. I haven't been there.
You still haven't
Oh,
been.
the
Tim and
Catherine's
Baloo
fantastic.
again. He's gotten James Beard
We
Award
love the
recognition
Catherine. Oh, I
this year.
gotta go there.
Semifinalist. They
Okay.
do some really great small dishes. They
Very
have
creative,
this
and the
also
prices
like
are
a
nice,
red
too.
curry Thai dish with a fish that's over at Branzino
Ooh, I love
now.
red curry.
That's fantastic.
Really good.
Fantastic.
He does
love red curry.
orecchiette pasta with
It's really
shredded.
good.
Sometimes it's with a pork ragu. Sometimes it's with a beef
My wife loves
short
the
rib.
crispy tuna, the rice, which
Crispy
is really
tuna.
nice.
All his dishes there are great.
He's a strictly dinner place, I imagine.
Dinner only.
Yeah.
They're
See,
closed.
that's what I want to come back in my next lifetime.
I think.
I want to open at 5. I want to close at
Again,
10.
another one of these Wednesday
No,
through Sunday
there,
places.
that's it.
5
What
to
am I
5
doing
to
this
10.
It's a
for?
little late now.
Well, because
Yeah.
I think
I
there's
wanna-
more money in
I
it
want
this
someone
way.
to drive me to work. I
Um,
want a driver too.
But I am gratified. A lot of people I did, they did catch the show, and I got some, feedback. And a lot of people said I came off well. They cut out all my nasty remarks for some reason. They wanted to make it a happy show because I always have
He's like,
some.
they cut
So
out
you
my
had
best
about
stuff.
a minute and a half cameo on there.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Because we went to 3 different places, and they didn't keep all the some glitches that happened at the other restaurants. Because the Catherine was perfect for me, but the other restaurants had some uneven spots. But now it was always fun.
What
and
were
great
the other
to-
restaurants? If I'm
It's a
gonna
place
watch
called Silver Lake Bistro in North Miami. Oh, it's actually like along Bay Colony or North Bay Village there on 71st Street. And then a Thai restaurant in Coconut Grove called Achana's Thai, which
Oh,
has
so
been
you were
there
all
for
over
about
the area.
7 years.
Okay.
And a little bit pricey for what it was because of the rents are so damn high down there. And there we had a waiter who was a little bit, let's just say, stoned out of his mind. And even though we told
I
him,
think I know that guy.
and Val is allergic to carrots, and of course, every dish that showed up was just covered with
Oh,
carrots
really?
or had carrots in it. So we had to like remake a bunch of things. And I noted that on the show, but that hit the cutting room
that went
floor.
away.
But it was it was nice to do that show. It's the second time I've done it, and again, they like to showcase places that have been under the radar, that have been in business for 10, 15 years, that maybe have never gotten their props. So
Shenanigans
this place,
definitely up there.
Shenanigans definitely
I mean,
fits the bill.
listen, I have my saying, right? Guy opened up a place. You were just showing me a place. It had the best reviews. He had the best chef. He had the best location. He was featured on all different food blogs and shows. What happened to him? Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. I just count on the word of mouth. That's
Right.
what gets people.
And no, and you want to have obviously people want to feel like they're getting good value. And that brings me to one of the snarkier comments that I got. Somebody texted me like, saw you on Check Please tonight. You were pretty good, but I'm surprised you weren't reviewing Tropical Acres. So,
hey, listen, let me tell you something. Tropical Acres been around. I just commented on, I don't know why my car sometimes goes by there on the way to the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
But it does. And I am amazed. That place is a machine. It's a throwback
75 years.
Oh, come on now.
They just celebrated their 75th anniversary, and Pat Utter, that means they're doing something right.
That's
The Studiali family, they're great. And this time of year is great because, well, right now, it is Twin Lobster season. You get two of those fresh steamed North Atlantic Maine lobsters for $39 with a salad and a side dish. They're at least a pound to a pound and a quarter each. Plenty of, I usually split one of the lobsters and get a prime rib or a filet mignon, do a little surf and turf, mix and match with my dining partners. And tonight, it's Tuesday.
They have a great lounge in there, too.
They have a great lounge with
happy
happy
hour.
hour Monday through Friday.
Nice happy hour.
Half price drinks.
Don't be hesitant about the seafood there. I like the seafood.
They have very good fish
Crab
dishes.
meat.
Well, the pasta, I'm sure they still
They
do
have
that
a
pasta.
seafood pasta with the shrimp and the tenderloin, or they also do a shrimp. They have a scallop dish. It's all good. And again, half price wine night tonight, Monday, Tuesday, half price bottles of wine. I mean, you could get out of there very reasonably priced, and they take the greatest care of you. Get on the books for Father's Day, Sunday, June 16th. They're going to be open 1 to 8 p.m.
Do they go out? Do fathers go out?
Fathers usually stay home and grill.
Yeah.
What are you doing for? Do you have
That's
any
what I'm saying.
specials
No,
here?
no,
You're going to be at your lake
Mother's
house.
Day is the worst day in the restaurant industry.
Well,
You know
Because
that,
everyone
right?
goes out.
Nightmare.
Everybody hates that day.
Tropical Acres, go there, give them a call, 954-989-2500 to get your reservation for Father's Day or any day. They're open Monday through Saturday, closed most Sundays except for the major holidays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, Pat, I did want to say one more thing. I'm very excited to announce that in conjunction with my former colleagues at the Sun Sentinel.
Yes.
Now, I think you got rooked because they had this best burger competition, and you did not make the final 5, even though I think yours is one of the best burgers in
We talked
town.
about it when we were talking about the
I'm not computer literate, so I can't do that.
All right, but we've got a new competition the Sun Sentinel is going to be doing this upcoming month, and the Lunchbox is proud to now be part of it.
Oh,
because
nice.
my big gripe was once we got to the finalists, and then they had just people voting on the 5 finalists, and these people didn't even taste all 5 entries.
Oh,
And I said, why don't we have blind tasting with some professional type judges and have a judged winner along with having a popular People's Choice winner.
Gotcha.
So the upcoming tasting is going to be pizza. Now, you guys do some good pizza here. I love that shrimp scampi pizza.
Shrimp scampi pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's
and watch out. And I said, this is going to be so wide open. Are we going to limit it and just have New York style
How do you
pizza?
do that?
You're going to have just places that sell it by the slice. And the way it was explained to me, and this is going to be starting up, look on sunsentinel.com in coming weeks for the whole process of nominating it and then getting to the finalists. But basically, the way it was phrased to me is, imagine somebody says you have to go to just one place for pizza tonight, and distance does not matter, but in South Florida, where are you going for a pizza tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And that is how they're going to compile their lists of nominees, and then
I have to be candid with you too, because you're going into sacred ground here with pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza, everybody.
This is a burger. Come on now. I mean, no offense to anybody. Either, like you said, it didn't stink or whatever it is.
Boy, you're going to carry that a long time.
No, but
the Irishman and you is never going to take that.
A pizza appeals. Like my mother's namesake pizza is the white Anna pizza. She's from Naples.
Right.
She doesn't like sauce. Okay, she doesn't
There's
want
so
tomatoes.
many different styles.
Exactly. So I don't want you to put me in that category. I'll be candid with you. I just like being under the radar in everything I do.
Well, if you want a pizza late night, this is the place to come.
Yeah. You got me and Denny, so I'll go along with that. I'll go along late. I'm fine with that. But I'm not interested in any category.
All right.
Of
In that case, I
anything.
will not nominate
No,
you.
But what would you
And-
do then when it comes to pizza?
Don't nominate me for anything but new
So
shawarma. When the
okay.
shawarma comes
The
out.
shawarma king.
The
If I
Shawarma
did,
king.
if
wanna
I
be
did
the-
ask you, hey, one place to go for pizza
Yeah, you've been here your
anywhere
whole life.
in
Where do you
South
think?
Florida, where would you be going?
Well, I got to.
And now you
I
got to
have
watch
to be
out because you got
You know,
I
you
gotta
got a
be
lot of
candid.
friends.
I got to be candid to you because I could throw back when he was on Young Circle. Okay,
Oh,
I love
Concadoro.
Concadoro. Okay, and what I did is I knocked him off. Right, I know Dominic. I go back to.
He's
I
on
could tell
Dania
you
Beach
his
Boulevard now. He's
when I started my old plaza, I was blessed with having floors right next door.
right,
But I also had Wands and I had
this was on
Benelli
Sheridan Street
Sheridan
near
Street, yeah.
TY Park.
So I had the number 9236704 in my brain. I would stop.
Memorialized.
Yes, and I would go. And so if I had to go locally to grab a pie, and my guys weren't here to do it, I'd go say hi to Dominic and I'd grab one of his
And they're now on
pizzas.
Dania Beach Boulevard. I'm lucky because it's one of my locals.
Mondays. They
no,
don't do
no,
pizza.
no, I'm talking about Concadoro.
Yeah.
Concadoro
Yeah.
is on Dania Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, this is
He's
a local little hole in the
reopened
wall
it.
place.
A lot of people on the Let's Eat group are aware of and love the Concadoro pie, especially
But you
their
see, you got the coal-fired pizzas now. You
Yeah.
got see, I
It's
like
so
a baker's
nice.
pride. I don't like burn crust. I'm sorry,
Charred.
charred.
It's charred, the New Haven
Well
style. You
done,
got the Frank
well done,
Pepe's,
well
you
done,
got the
yeah.
Up Beats up in Delray. You've got
Yeah.
our friends Wade over at Pizza
Hey,
Spot.
what's this new,
and-
guy
and
with
it's gonna-
the Pizza One?
Mr. 01 Pizza,
01
I'm sure, is
Pizza,
going to
right.
get some nominations.
Yeah,
I love the Detroit style pies, the puffier ones.
yeah.
And of course, that like Sicilian grandma pie we have over at
Yeah, it's nice. Stromboli does
Stromboli's
a nice pizza.
in Plantation that's been there
Your-
35
the pizza
years.
spot does great pizza.
Pizza Spot. And Pizza Craft, we're going to be going with our
We'll be
friend
there
Mark
Thursday.
Falsetto. They revamped their menu, and we're going to be doing
Oh,
a
I
show
got to
there
tell you,
Thursday.
he has a good pizza.
I
Yeah,
haven't
he's-
been there
I'm
yet,
sorry,
so
this
I'm sorry.
sauce is
sorry.
great.
That just whenever I'm downtown Fort Lauderdale, there
Pizza
I go
Craft.
to. Yeah, I go
I
there.
haven't eaten there. I'm
No,
super
he-
Come on
excited
in
for
Thursday.
No,
Me,
he-
Falsetto, you will try some of the new pizzas. that
Oh,
are-
okay. Well, I'll vote for him.
Okay.
Nice.
There
Okay,
you go.
I like
So we got-
his style.
I'm
One
thinking after
nominee,
Thursday, I'll go
yes,
there.
for
And,
Mark.
and here's
Yeah.
how it's going to work. So when we get the 5 finalists, then we're going to assemble the judges before the popular vote is announced. And
Now,
So-
will people go because you guys did this?
well,
Is that the
That's
reason
probably the
for
idea.
Is that the idea?
the burger
behind it?
one got thousands of votes, and apparently pizza, I'm sure, is going to get a big number. And we're going to do the judging panel blind tasting live here on the Lunchbox on Tuesday, June 25th, coming from a neutral site. Our friend Chef Josie Smith Malav, who owns and operates Bubbles and Pearls in Wilton Manors, will be one of the judges, and we're going to be doing the blind tasting.
But they
at
don't
her-
make pizzas.
They don't make pizzas. They're
They
not
don't
in
make
the
pizza.
competition.
She's a chef.
She's a chef.
she
She's
can
going
be
to
an
be one of the
innocent observer.
judges,
Okay,
along
okay.
with Rod Stafford Hagwood, a longtime feature writer at the Sun
I
Sentinel,
got you.
and
Okay.
a hoot.
I
Rod is hilarious,
Gotcha.
and he's great on camera. So Rod Hagwood, myself, and Josie will
So
be the
pizzas have
judges.
to travel there.
So the
Yeah,
pizza's
that's the
going to
only
be
thing that
brought
sucks.
there.
this is
but
not
wait,
good idea.
wait. Because we can't go around to each place for a
Okay,
show.
but how are you going to get the pizza?
Well, the pizza, there will be
oven.
transporters. There's
Oh.
specialty drivers that are going to be picking up, dispatched all over whoever the 5 finalists are, bringing the pizzas to Bubbles and Pearls. And she has an oven there, so she'll be able to reheat the pizza to proper temperature and specifications. And then we're going to try
So they'll all
each
be
of
on
the
the same
5
level, at
finalists.
least, I guess.
Lubie will be there with his headset on, and he will be offering also his opinions and blind
Not you,
tasting
Lubie.
commentary.
This
but
will
his
Keep
vote
him off
doesn't
the
count.
air. Keep you.
Well,
You'll
he'll be
have
the
a fist
silent. He'll be invisible, but with the headset on. So again, that's going to be very exciting. Tuesday, June 25th. Put it on your calendars.
Yeah,
We're going to have the judges blind tasting
I like
of
that
the
way
5
that sounds.
finalists in the upcoming Sun Sentinel Best Pizza in South Florida competition, and then all the results are going to be announced in the paper later on. You'll know the judges' results on the show here on Tuesday, the 25th. Whew, that is
You did
It's a
it.
mouthful.
exciting. But Pat,
Pleasure,
Enjoy
gentlemen.
your-
I love kidding
You're
around
the
with you
best
guys.
for
Yeah.
us, yeah.
Enjoy
appreciate
your
you enjoying the
vacation.
food.
Are you going away during the Stanley Cup, or are you going to miss part of the
I'm
games?
going to. I'm going to be, I think, halfway through it, but
Okay.
where I am will be. I can't wear this jersey in Canada. They are so crazy about their hockey.
I think
Oh,
they'll let
yeah.
you live, especially
No,
in Quebec. It's
no.
like they hate Edmonton. I
Oh,
mean,
do
they,
they?
yeah, the people who are into the
Well, that's
Canadians
the thing, exactly.
and
Like,
Montreal.
it's a Canadian team, but there's 5 or 6 Canadian teams. Like, they have their own teams.
Now they would hate you if it was like who did the Quebec Nordiques became the Colorado Avalanche? Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
if Colorado was in it, then you would not want to wear an
And then
Avalanche.
Colorado's the one that smoked us when we
the first time.
back in '96, 4-game sweep.
I was there. I covered it for the
That was
Sunset.
incredible.
I was at 4 games. Well, how many games was it?
4.
Yeah,
Were 4.
They were straight.
I was
the
there, but
games
I don't
were a
remember
war,
any of it.
but they never won a game.
And then we won the World Series.
Yeah,
the
that was
next year.
Patrick Waugh. Was
Yeah.
like incredible.
He was unstoppable.
Oh, and it was Uwe Krupp won it in Game 4 overtime at the Miami
It was like
Arena.
3
now
overtimes.
it's coming back to
It was like a triple overtime
It's in there somewhere.
slugfest. Yeah.
All right, Pat. Thank you for the great food.
You're welcome.
Did I tell you that pineapple burger was great?
I'm not interested. I don't want
You're
to. That
jerk
makes up 0.01% of
You
what I
jerk
do here.
off.
That
You're
was
like,
my
"That
chef's
doesn't
idea."
suck.
That is, yeah.
I'm not
I'm
mad
gonna
at
get a
it.
shirt like that.
I love that. That
I
was
mean,
great.
if I had to eat it, I could do it
That
again.
was such a great.
What a
I
good
love
food
you, Pat
credit.
Utter.
Yeah,
All right, come
thank-
on into Shenanigans Late Night Food. Your home for watching the Stanley Cup
Lubie,
and
you're
all
always
sporting
welcome.
events.
Keep them
Thanks.
out.
Thank you, sir.
1300 South Federal Highway, Dania Beach. We'll see you next time tomorrow. Coming from Luke's Seafood in Davie. Good local mom and pop business. We love to support our mom and pops. Former executive chef at Coconuts or a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. And I don't know if you've been out there, but really he's doing a really fine job with some of the seafood dishes. Luke's Seafood, University Drive, Davie. We'll be there tomorrow, 1 p.m. Until then, enjoy every wing, enjoy every burger, and enjoy every sandwich.
What makes it the question?